professional, the Michael Jacobs Explosive Golf School. Welcome to the Explosive Golf Show, and welcome to today's show, the grip. We're going to show you little ways to help you improve your grip and see how it can fit into your pattern and help your golf game. So first off, let's go over a couple ideas to help you identify some different types of grips. And if we were starting someone out, or if we were improving someone's stroke pattern, we have two little ideas that often help people with understanding their grip and understanding what they should do. And we have two simple little training aids that we find to be a big help. First is a suitcase, just a regular old suitcase, and the other is a yardstick. Now here's what we mean. When we're putting our left hand on the club, our top hand, we feel that it's real helpful for someone to feel like they're grabbing a suitcase with the left hand. So just how you would reach down and grab a suitcase with the left hand is how you would put your left hand on the grip. And this would be a conventional palm neutral grip. What we mean by palm neutral is we mean that the hand is straight up and down. The palm is facing that way and the back of the hand is facing that way. The palm is not down or the palm is not up. It's palm neutral. A palm neutral grip, similar to just grabbing a suitcase with your left hand. When you put the club in your left hand, you want to feel like it's secure under the heel of the hand, grasp with the fingers, just like you'd grab a suitcase. So that's a good way to start, by just practicing at home, grabbing a club just like you'd grab a suitcase with your left hand. Now when we talk about the right hand, so I have my left hand on there just like I'd grab a suitcase, the right hand is just like grabbing a yardstick. So what we mean by that is when you're putting your right hand on the club, you want to make it feel like you're grabbing a yardstick. You're going to put your hand on the side of the club, and when the right hand goes on there, it'll be palm neutral also, not palm down, not palm up. On the side of the grip, just like you're grabbing a yardstick. So now let's grab a golf club and let's see how we can relate this to golf. But these are just two little training aids that can help you learn a better grip. So let's grab a club and personalize. So now we've got a club, and let's see how we can relate those two little ideas to helping out your game. Well, if I have a little mini club here, and I always suggest that somebody makes themselves up a little mini club. Grip, shaft, club head. You could practice those club face relationships and practice your hand conditions at home when you're watching golf or you're watching TV or whatever the case may be. So when you're putting that left hand on the club and you're getting that sensation like you're grabbing a suitcase, you'll notice that the top of my bone here, at the top of the wrist, this little box, and I described it in one of my DVDs, the first one, The Secrets of Nuclear Swing. This little box at the top is on top of the grip. So as I am bending, as I'm cocking this wrist up and down, you'll notice that it's directly over the top of the club. Now you'll know in golf and from watching golf on TV that everything's completely customized. This would be a standard middle-of-the-road type grip and setting up for a middle-of-the-road type hand and wrist condition through the stroke. But you know that a lot of players do play with that top of the wrist turned slightly to the right, to where that palm is slightly turned down. And golf instruction has led a lot of people to make that palm turn palm down slightly and a quote-unquote pop stronger grip. So you'll see a lot of golfers and they come to the lesson tee and this hand will be turned down. They've been taught that as a standard grip, they've been taught that to help correct the slice, whatever the case may be. So now there will have to be customary different types of impact hand conditions, swivels afterwards to match that. All other components are going to have to fit in, body pivot, so on, arms, and so forth. So that's my job as the instructor when you have a grip that is out of palm neutral to match and coordinate all the components. So that's what makes it a little more difficult. But you know, there's a lot of tour players who do that. A lot of great players have that hand slightly turned palm down. So before you change it to that suitcase look where you're grabbing the left hand of suitcase, you got to realize there's going to be some other components and other things built in. But let's go back to that palm neutral grip for a second, where I'm going to put my left hand on there just like I'm grabbing a suitcase. Now, when my left thumb is going to be just off center. So when I have this hand on the club, my thumb, if this word lambkin is right down the middle, my thumb is going to be just off center, maybe 1, 2 o'clock if this word lambkin was 12 o'clock. So your thumb is going to be just off center, just down the right side, and this bone on the top of this box is going to be directly over the top of the grip, and that hand will be in that palm neutral look. When we add the right hand, it's just like grabbing a yardstick. That right hand's going to come in on the side of the club. And the real requirement that we have is that we completely cover the left thumb. So my left thumb is completely covered, and my right forefinger, this first joint of my right forefinger, you'll see that if you look at your forefinger, it's divided into little segments. This first segment, this bottom segment, is going to be pressed against the back of the club. And that's going to be my concentration point on this grip. It's going to be gripped against the back of the club. I've completely covered the top thumb. Now when it comes to marrying the hands or joining the hands, you can have all 10 fingers on there. You can overlap. You can take the pinky of your right hand and overlap the left hand. You can lock your fingers. I've even seen players who've had cross-handed grips. There's all different ways to do it, but you have to customize it and match your game. If you're going to start over, or if you're just starting golf and you just want to learn the right, learn an easy technique and the simplest of techniques, you would do the suitcase look with the left hand, the yardstick with the right hand, and you learn to match that pivot and match that proper hand and forearm rotation to make the club work like a club. So I hope you enjoyed this explosive golf show, a little introduction to the grip, little ways for you to help your grip, and ask questions and let's help you customize yours. Michael Jacobs from the Michael Jacobs Explosive Golf School, bringing you this explosive golf show, The Grip. Hope you enjoy.